Have you ever wondered why your grandmother always reached for honey and black pepper when someone complained about aching joints? What if I told you that this simple combination, when prepared correctly, could address 7 of the most common joint problems that plague seniors today? You might think this sounds too good to be true, but the science behind this ancient remedy is absolutely fascinating, and the results speak for themselves. Picture this. You wake up in the morning, and instead of that familiar stiffness in your knees, that grinding sensation in your shoulders, or that persistent ache in your lower back, you feel different, lighter, more flexible. Your joints move smoothly, without that constant reminder that time has been taking its toll on your body. This is not just wishful thinking. This is what thousands of seniors have experienced when they discovered the proper way to combine raw honey with black pepper. But here is what most people do not understand about this combination. It is not just about mixing honey and pepper together and hoping for the best. There is a specific method, a precise ratio, and a particular timing that makes all the difference between getting mediocre results and experiencing truly life-changing relief from joint pain and stiffness. The problem is that most people are doing it completely wrong. They are using the wrong type of honey, the wrong kind of pepper, mixing them at the wrong time, and consuming them in the wrong way. This is why so many people try natural remedies and give up, thinking they do not work. The truth is, when done correctly, this combination can target inflammation at its root, rebuild cartilage naturally, and restore mobility in ways that might surprise even the most skeptical person. You see, your joints are crying out for help. Every morning when you struggle to get out of bed, every time you hesitate before climbing stairs, every moment you avoid activities you once loved because of pain and stiffness, your body is sending you a clear message. It is telling you that something needs to change, and that change might be simpler than you ever imagined. What I'm about to share with you has been used for centuries across different cultures, but modern science has only recently begun to understand why it works so effectively. The combination of raw honey and black pepper creates a synergistic effect that targets multiple pathways of joint health simultaneously. While pharmaceutical companies spend billions trying to isolate single compounds, nature has already provided us with a complete solution that addresses the root causes of joint problems, not just the symptoms. But before we dive into the 7 joint problems this combination can address, I need to warn you about something important. Not all honey is created equal, and not all black pepper will give you the results you are looking for. In fact, using the wrong type of honey or pepper could actually make your joint problems worse. This is why understanding the exact method is so crucial. Today, you are going to discover the exact method that has helped thousands of seniors reclaim their mobility and live pain-free lives. We are going to explore 7 specific joint problems that this honey and black pepper combination can address. And more importantly, you are going to learn the precise way to prepare and use this remedy for maximum effectiveness. The 7 joint problems we will cover today are not just random issues. These are the most common complaints I hear from seniors every single day. First, we have morning stiffness, that frustrating condition where you wake up feeling like your joints have been locked in place overnight. Second, chronic inflammation that seems to never go away, creating a constant background of discomfort. Third, cartilage deterioration, which leads to that bone-on-bone grinding sensation that makes every movement painful. Fourth, we will address reduced range of motion, where simple tasks like reaching for something on a high shelf or bending down to tie your shoes become monumental challenges. Fifth, weather-related joint pain, where you can predict the weather better than meteorologists because your joints ache before every storm. Sixth, post-exercise soreness that lasts for days instead of hours, making you hesitant to stay active. And finally, general joint weakness that makes you feel unsteady and unsure of your movements. Each of these problems has a specific mechanism, and the honey and black pepper combination addresses each one through different pathways. Raw honey contains powerful enzymes and antioxidants that fight inflammation at the cellular level. It also provides the building blocks your body needs to repair damaged cartilage and tissue. Black pepper contains piperine, a compound that not only has its own anti-inflammatory properties, but also dramatically increases the absorption of other beneficial compounds. But here is where most people make their first mistake. They think any honey will do, or they grab that plastic bear bottle from the grocery store shelf. That processed honey has been heated and filtered to the point where most of its beneficial compounds have been destroyed. It is essentially sugar water with no therapeutic value. The same goes for pre-ground black pepper that has been sitting in your spice cabinet for months or even years. The piperine content degrades rapidly once the pepper is ground, which means you are getting little to no benefit from it. The method I am going to share with you requires fresh, raw honey that has never been heated above 95 degrees Fahrenheit. This honey should be cloudy, thick, and preferably from a local source where you can verify its quality. The black pepper must be freshly ground, ideally within minutes of consumption, to ensure maximum piperine content. These details might seem minor, but they make the difference between a remedy that works and one that does not. What makes this combination so effective is not just the individual properties of honey and pepper, but how they work together. The honey serves as a delivery system, helping the piperine from the pepper penetrate deeper into your tissues. At the same time, the piperine enhances the absorption of the antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds in the honey. This synergistic effect creates a powerful therapeutic action that neither ingredient could achieve alone. The science behind this combination is rooted in ancient wisdom, but validated by modern research. Studies have shown that piperine can increase the bioavailability of other compounds by up to 2,000%. This means that when you combine it with raw honey, you are not just getting the benefits of each ingredient separately, you are getting dramatically enhanced benefits from both. Before we continue, I want to know if you are with me on this journey to better joint health. If you have been struggling with joint pain, stiffness, or mobility issues, type the number 1 in the comments below. If you have tried natural remedies before without success, type the number 2. And if this is your first time hearing about the honey and black pepper combination, type the number 3. Your engagement helps me understand who is watching and allows me to create content that truly serves your needs. Also, if you are serious about improving your joint health and you want to stay updated with the latest natural health tips specifically designed for seniors, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. This channel is dedicated to sharing proven, natural solutions that can help you live a more comfortable, active, and independent life as you age. I also want to encourage you to share this video with any friends or family members who might be dealing with joint problems. Sometimes the most valuable gift we can give someone is information that could change their quality of life. Your sharing could be the key that helps someone else discover the relief they have been searching for. Now, do not go anywhere because we are about to dive into the 7 joint problems that this combination can address, and more importantly, the exact method you need to use to get results. What I am about to share with you could be the game changer you have been looking for. Joint problem number 1, morning stiffness that makes you feel like a rusty robot. Every morning, you wake up and your joints feel like they have been frozen overnight. Your knees creak, your back aches, and it takes several minutes of careful movement before you start to feel human again. This morning stiffness is not just an inconvenience, it is a sign that inflammation has been building up in your joints while you sleep, and your synovial fluid has become thick and sluggish. Here is what happens during the night. As you lie still for hours, the synovial fluid in your joints becomes more viscous, almost like honey that has been left in the refrigerator. This fluid is supposed to lubricate your joints and keep them moving smoothly, But when it thickens, your joints become stiff and painful. Additionally, inflammatory compounds that have been circulating in your system settle into your joint spaces, creating that locked-up feeling you experience when you first try to move. The honey and black pepper combination addresses this problem through multiple mechanisms. The natural sugars in raw honey provide immediate fuel for your cells, helping to jumpstart your metabolism and circulation first thing in the morning. The enzymes in raw honey begin breaking down inflammatory compounds that have accumulated overnight. Meanwhile, the piperine in black pepper stimulates circulation and helps thin the synovial fluid, making it easier for your joints to move freely. But timing is everything with this remedy. You need to take it first thing in the morning, ideally 30 minutes before you eat anything else. This ensures that the active compounds are absorbed quickly into your bloodstream without interference from other foods. The method is simple but specific. Take 1 tablespoon of raw honey and mix it with 1/4 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. Mix thoroughly and consume immediately. The effects can be dramatic. Many people report that within just a few days of using this combination, their morning stiffness is significantly reduced. Instead of taking 20 or 30 minutes to get moving, they find they can get out of bed and start their day with much less discomfort. This is because the combination is addressing the root causes of morning stiffness, not just masking the symptoms. Joint problem number 2, chronic inflammation that never seems to go away. Chronic inflammation is like a fire that never gets put out. It smolders in your joints, creating constant discomfort and gradually destroying the tissues that keep your joints healthy. Unlike acute inflammation, which is your body's natural response to injury and actually helps with healing, chronic inflammation serves no useful purpose. It just causes pain, stiffness, and progressive damage to your joints. This type of inflammation is often caused by lifestyle factors such as poor diet, lack of exercise, stress, and exposure to environmental toxins. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at resolving inflammation naturally, so it tends to persist and worsen over time. The result is joints that feel warm, swollen, and painful most of the time, regardless of activity level. Raw honey is one of nature's most powerful anti-inflammatory foods. It contains compounds called flavonoids that work similarly to prescription anti-inflammatory drugs, but without the dangerous side effects. These flavonoids can cross the blood-brain barrier and even reach deep into joint spaces where they neutralize inflammatory molecules. The key is using raw honey that has not been processed because heat and filtration destroy these delicate compounds. Black pepper amplifies these anti-inflammatory effects through its piperine content. Piperine has been shown to inhibit the production of inflammatory enzymes and cytokines, which are the chemical messengers that perpetuate chronic inflammation. When you combine piperine with the flavonoids in raw honey, you get a 1-2 punch against inflammation that is more effective than either ingredient alone. For chronic inflammation, you need to use this combination consistently over time. Take the honey and pepper mixture twice daily, once in the morning and once in the evening, for at least 30 days to see significant results. The anti-inflammatory effects are cumulative, meaning they build up over time as your body's inflammatory burden decreases. Joint problem number 3, cartilage deterioration that makes every movement painful. Cartilage is the smooth, slippery tissue that covers the ends of bones in your joints. It acts like a shock absorber and allows bones to glide over each other without friction. As we age, this cartilage begins to break down faster than it can be repaired, leading to osteoarthritis and that characteristic grinding sensation in joints. The deterioration of cartilage is a complex process involving enzymes that break down the proteins and sugars that make up cartilage structure. Once cartilage is damaged, it has very limited ability to repair itself because it has no blood supply. This is why conventional medicine often focuses on managing symptoms rather than addressing the root cause. Raw honey contains gluconic acid and other compounds that can actually help rebuild cartilage tissue. These compounds provide the building blocks that your body needs to synthesize new cartilage proteins. More importantly, honey contains natural inhibitors of the enzymes that break down cartilage, helping to slow the degenerative process. Black pepper enhances this cartilage protective effect by improving circulation to joint tissues. Better circulation means more nutrients and oxygen reach the cartilage, and waste products are removed more efficiently. Piperine also has direct effects on cartilage cells, stimulating them to produce more of the proteins that maintain cartilage structure. The method for addressing cartilage deterioration requires a slightly different approach. You want to take the honey and pepper combination with meals to maximize absorption and provide sustained support for cartilage repair. Mix 1 tablespoon of raw honey with 1/4 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper and take it with your breakfast and dinner. Joint problem number 4, reduced range of motion that limits your daily activities. Range of motion is your ability to move your joints through their full spectrum of movement. When this becomes limited, simple tasks like reaching overhead, bending down, or turning your head become difficult or impossible. This limitation is not just inconvenient, it can be dangerous because it increases your risk of falls and injuries. Reduced range of motion is often caused by a combination of factors, including muscle tightness, joint stiffness, scar tissue formation, and fear of movement due to pain. As these factors compound over time, your joints become progressively more restricted, creating a cycle where less movement leads to more stiffness, which leads to even less movement. The honey and black pepper combination addresses reduced range of motion by targeting several of these underlying factors simultaneously. The anti-inflammatory properties help reduce swelling in joint tissues that can limit movement. The improved circulation helps deliver nutrients to muscles and tendons, making them more flexible and less prone to tightness. Piperine has a particularly interesting effect on nerve transmission that can help with range of motion. It enhances the communication between your brain and muscles, improving coordination and making movement feel more natural and less effortful. This neurological benefit is often overlooked, but can be crucial for maintaining mobility as we age. For range of motion issues, timing and consistency are key. Take the honey and pepper mixture 30 minutes before any physical activity or stretching routine. This gives the active compounds time to circulate through your system and begin their beneficial effects. The combination will help make your movements feel easier and more fluid. Joint problem number 5, weather-related joint pain that predicts every storm. If you can predict the weather better than meteorologists because your joints ache before every storm, you are not imagining things. Weather-related joint pain is a real phenomenon that affects millions of people, particularly as they age. Changes in barometric pressure, humidity, and temperature can all trigger joint pain and stiffness. The mechanism behind weather-related joint pain is complex and involves changes in the pressure within your joints. When barometric pressure drops before a storm, the pressure inside your joints becomes relatively higher, causing tissues to expand and put pressure on nerves. This expansion can trigger pain and stiffness, especially in joints that are already inflamed or damaged. Raw honey helps with weather-related joint pain by stabilizing the inflammatory response in your joints. When your joints are less inflamed overall, they are less sensitive to pressure changes and other weather-related triggers. The antioxidants in honey also help protect joint tissues from oxidative stress, which can be increased during weather changes. Black pepper contributes to weather sensitivity relief through its effects on circulation and nerve function. Better circulation helps your joints adapt more quickly to pressure changes, while the neurological effects of piperine can help reduce pain sensitivity. Some people find that regular use of the honey and pepper combination makes them much less reactive to weather changes. The key to preventing weather-related joint pain is consistency. You cannot wait until you feel the pain starting and then try to treat it. Instead, use the honey and pepper combination daily as a preventive measure. This keeps your joints in a healthier state overall, making them less susceptible to weather-related flare-ups. Joint problem. Number 6. Post-exercise soreness that lasts for days. As we age, recovery from physical activity takes longer and longer. What used to be mild soreness that lasted a few hours can now become debilitating pain that persists for days. This extended recovery time often discourages seniors from staying active, creating a dangerous cycle where less activity leads to weaker muscles and joints, which leads to even longer recovery times. Post-exercise soreness is caused by microscopic damage to muscle fibers and the inflammatory response that follows. In younger people, this inflammation is quickly resolved and actually helps build stronger muscles. In older adults, the inflammatory response tends to be more intense and longer-lasting, creating prolonged soreness and stiffness. The honey and black pepper combination can dramatically reduce post-exercise soreness by modulating the inflammatory response. Instead of eliminating inflammation entirely, which would interfere with muscle adaptation, this combination helps regulate inflammation so that it serves its beneficial purpose without becoming excessive or prolonged. Raw honey provides the quick-acting carbohydrates that muscles need for recovery, while its anti-inflammatory compounds help keep the inflammatory response in check. Black pepper enhances muscle recovery by improving circulation to muscle tissues and reducing the sensitivity of pain receptors. For post-exercise soreness, timing is crucial. Take the honey and pepper mixture within 30 minutes after exercise, when your muscles are most receptive to recovery nutrients. This post-workout dose should be slightly larger than the maintenance dose. Use 1½ tablespoons of honey with 1/3 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. Joint problem number 7. General joint weakness that makes you feel unsteady. Joint weakness is different from joint pain. It is that feeling of instability, like your joints might give out or buckle under pressure. This weakness can affect your confidence in moving and increase your risk of falls and injuries. It is often caused by a combination of muscle weakness, ligament laxity, and poor proprioception, which is your body's ability to sense where your joints are in space. General joint weakness often develops gradually and can be hard to pinpoint. You might notice that you feel less stable when walking on uneven surfaces, or that you need to hold onto railings more often when going up or down stairs. This weakness can be particularly problematic because it can lead to a fear of movement, which further weakens your joints and muscles. The honey and black pepper combination addresses joint weakness through several mechanisms. The nutrients in raw honey support the health of ligaments and tendons, helping them maintain their strength and flexibility. The improved circulation from both ingredients helps deliver oxygen and nutrients to all the tissues that support your joints. Piperine has specific effects on proprioception and balance that can help with joint stability. It enhances nerve conduction and can improve the communication between your joints and your brain, helping you feel more stable and confident in your movements. This neurological benefit is often noticeable within just a few days of starting the combination. For joint weakness, you need to be patient and consistent. Take the honey and pepper mixture daily, but also consider adding gentle strength training and balance exercises to your routine. The combination will help support your joints during these activities and may help you progress more quickly than you would otherwise. Now that we have covered the 7 joint problems that this combination can address, let me give you the exact method for preparing and using this remedy for maximum effectiveness. Remember, the details matter tremendously. and small changes in preparation or timing can make the difference between success and failure. Not all raw honey is created equal, and choosing the right type is crucial for getting results. Look for honey that is labeled as raw and unfiltered. It should be thick, cloudy, and may even have small particles or crystals in it. This cloudiness is actually a good sign because it indicates that the honey has not been processed and still contains all of its beneficial compounds. The best honey for this purpose comes from local beekeepers who can guarantee that their honey has never been heated above 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Local honey also has the added benefit of containing small amounts of local pollen, which can help with seasonal allergies that sometimes worsen joint inflammation. Avoid honey that is clear, thin, or comes in a plastic bear-shaped bottle. This honey has been heated and filtered to the point where most of its therapeutic properties have been destroyed. Also, avoid honey that has been mixed with corn syrup or other additives, which are surprisingly common in commercial honey products. The piperine in black pepper begins to degrade as soon as the pepper is ground, which means that pre-ground pepper from the store has lost most of its therapeutic value. For maximum benefit, you need to grind your black pepper fresh each time you use it. Invest in a good quality pepper grinder or spice grinder, and buy whole black peppercorns rather than pre-ground pepper. Grind only what you need for each dose and use it within a few minutes of grinding. The difference in potency between fresh ground and pre-ground pepper is dramatic. Here is the precise method that has worked for thousands of people. Take 1 tablespoon of raw honey and place it in a small bowl. Add 1/4 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper and mix thoroughly until the pepper is completely incorporated into the honey. The mixture should be consumed immediately after mixing. For general joint health maintenance, take this mixture once daily in the morning on an empty stomach, at least 30 minutes before breakfast. For more severe joint problems, take it twice daily, once in the morning and once in the evening before bed. While the honey and black pepper combination is powerful on its own, there are several things you can do to enhance its effectiveness. First, make sure you are staying well hydrated, as dehydration can worsen joint stiffness and pain. Aim for at least 8 glasses of water daily. Second, consider adding gentle movement to your daily routine. The honey and pepper combination works best when your joints are moving regularly, as this helps distribute the beneficial compounds throughout your joint tissues. Even simple activities like walking or stretching can enhance the benefits. Third, pay attention to your overall diet and try to reduce foods that promote inflammation, such as processed foods, excess sugar, and refined carbohydrates. The honey and pepper combination is most effective when it is part of an overall anti-inflammatory lifestyle. As we come to the end of this journey together, I want you to understand something important. The information I have shared with you today is not just theory or wishful thinking. It is based on centuries of traditional use combined with modern scientific understanding. The honey and black pepper combination has helped countless people reclaim their mobility and reduce their joint pain, and it can do the same for you. But knowledge without action is powerless. You now have the exact method, the precise ratios, and the specific timing needed to use this remedy effectively. The question is, what are you going to do with this information? Are you going to file it away and continue living with joint pain and stiffness? Or are you going to take action and give your joints the support they need? Remember, every day you wait is another day of unnecessary suffering. Your joints are not going to magically improve on their own, and pharmaceutical solutions often come with side effects that can be worse than the original problem. This natural approach offers you a safe, effective way to address your joint problems without the risks associated with long-term medication use. I encourage you to start today. Find a source of high-quality raw honey and whole black peppercorns. Prepare your first dose according to the method I have outlined. Give your body the gift of this natural healing combination and see how it responds. Many people notice improvements within just a few days, but remember that lasting changes often take time. If this video has provided you with valuable information that could improve your quality of life, please hit the like button and share it with others who might benefit. Your sharing could be the key that helps someone else discover the relief they have been searching for. Subscribe to this channel and ring the notification bell to stay updated with more natural health solutions specifically designed for seniors. I am committed to bringing you proven, safe, and effective remedies that can help you live a more comfortable, active, and independent life. Leave a comment below and let me know about your experience with joint pain and whether you plan to try this honey and black pepper combination. I read every comment and love hearing from viewers about their health journeys. Remember, aging does not have to mean accepting pain and limited mobility as inevitable. With the right knowledge and natural approaches, you can maintain healthy, comfortable joints well into your golden years. The power to improve your joint health is literally in your hands, and it might be as simple as combining 2 ingredients that you probably already have in your kitchen. Take action today. Be consistent with the method and give your joints the natural support they deserve. Your future self will thank you for the decision you make right now.